Yes, students, the next topic we are going to see is about polarizer and analyzer. Okay, so what is meant by a polarizer and analyzer is first let us consider an unpolarized beam of light. So what we are going to consider is we are going to consider with the unpolarized beam of light. As I've told you already, whenever you consider with the unpolarized beam of light, that will be in all directions. Okay, so it is acting along all directions. Consider that this is made to pass through one Polaroid. So Polaroid let us consider as P1. So in the unpolarized light in the P1 வழியா pass பண்ணும்போது we get any polarized light. ஏதாவது ஒரு polarized light கிடைக்குது. So this will be acting only in what? One direction. Okay. Suppose again this light is made to pass through other Polaroid which is named as P2. Okay, then the emergent beam whichever we are getting, okay, and that will have the intensity to be maximum. Okay, so it has the intensity to be maximum value. Okay, so the resultant one. Yes, suppose what we are going to do is this P2 we are going to rotate. Okay, so if you are going to rotate, what will happen here is already it is in maximum, is it not? So if you are going to rotate, that reduces. Okay, and when this reaches angle of 90 degree, okay, so 90 degree is in this direction, so perpendicular to this. Okay, if it is reaching angle of 90 degree, then it reaches at the point 0. Okay, again if you are going to rotate it, what happens is from the 0 it moves on and it increases. Okay, so it goes on. Okay, so the Polaroid P1 that is called as a polarizer. Okay, because it converts the unpolarized light into a polarized light. So this one is called as a polarizer and P2 is called as a analyzer. So what is the use of analyzer is it is used to analyze the light. Okay, so this is a analyzer. Clear? So this is what the working which will be given here. So just see to this, the vibrations can be in all possible directions. Why it is all possible? Because unpolarized light. Okay, then, when this light passes through the Polaroid P1, the vibrations are restricted to only one plane. So, when it is passing to P1, what happens? It has only one plane. Okay. Then the emergent beam. This emergent beam it goes to the Polaroid P2. Okay. And if the Polaroid P2 is rotated, for a particular position the intensity is maximum. As I've told you, the intensity will be maximum. Then when it is rotated, again when you are rotating, what happens? It decreases. Okay, at particular point it becomes 0, then again at further rotation it starts increasing. Okay, and there is a complete extension of light. What is my extension is there is no light. When there is no light, when P2 is rotated through an angle of 90 degrees, so 90 degree la irukumbodhu it is 0, so will not have any light. On further rotation, what happens? Then the intensity increases and again it reaches a maximum. Clear? So the light which is coming out of P1 is said to be plane polarized. Okay, and so the Polaroid which plane polarizes the unpolarized light, that is called as what? Polarizer. Okay, so the Polaroid which plane polarizes the unpolarized light, that is called as a polarizer. Then the Polaroid which is used to examine whether the beam of light is polarized or not. Okay, whether it is polarized or not. If it is going to examine, then that is called as a analyzer. So analyze அப்படினால என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? It just checks இல்லையா? So polarized இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு செக் பண்றதா என்னது? Analyzer. So light pass பண்றதுக்கு unpolarized வந்து polarized மாத்துறதா என்னது? Polarizer. Yes. Now consider that if I be the intensity, then for plain polarized light the intensity is said to be I by 2. Then the other half is restricted by the polarizer. Next we are going to see is about plane and partially plane polarized light. Okay, so yeah, already we have seen that if the Polaroid, if it is been rotated, then what happens is then the intensity will be decreasing, is it not? And so here if the plane polarized light is made to move between the maximum and 0, okay, suppose if this is maximum and this is 0, So if the intensity is varying between maximum and zero like this, when if it is rotated through 90-degree, then that is called as a plane polarized light. Clear? So if the intensity varies between maximum and zero, that is called as what? Plane polarized light. And the other way, if suppose if the intensity varies between maximum and minimum, okay, considering this to be maximum and this to be minimum, again maximum minimum. So if it is varying between this maximum and minimum, that is called as a partially plane polarized. Okay, maximum and zero, that is called as what? Plane polarized. Maximum and minimum, that is called as a partially plane polarized light. Okay, this is because the light is not fully restricted. Yes, clear? So here we have the diagram for this. So this is a variation between maximum and zero. This is a plane polarized light. And next is maximum and minimum. This is a partially plane polarized light. Clear?